Right. I don't need to bend it because I don't really need to see. I just need the volume is off. And do that. Oh, and I'll need to look at my phone to see the chat. A bit too hot, and that's okay because it doesn't go above my waist, does it? Like, see, this is what's great about this too. I don't need to wear a bra. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. That's the best bit of this shit. So you might be seeing this angle quite a few times. Right. Some people just embrace no bra anyway, but I couldn't do that. Right. Okay. So, I always laugh if people are just randomly cut. They'd be like, "What is going on here? Who is this person?" Right, so I'm going to have to put my volume on my TV for a minute to see if you can hear a lot of rustling in that. Unless there's, wait a minute, and then I need to put, let's just get the housework out the way, can you know how it is. Right, so, oh, there's me. Oh, there's someone here. Oh yeah, there's two people here. Hello, Michelle and Nathan. So yes, Marie is my middle name, Nathan. What's your middle name? Have you got one? Michelle, what's your middle name? I've actually met a lot of people that are something Marie. It's really interesting. And I can't remember if that, it does. Yeah, I can't actually even remember what Marie means, but it's just interesting. I've met a lot of people that are something Marie. So it's not like, you know, that isn't my name, Claire Marie. Like it's just Claire and then Marie is my middle name. But it's quite funny from Facebook. A lot of people know me as Claire Marie though, because that's, I always just was called that on my, like my work stuff. Right, so now what I need you to do, because it'd be easier if you tell me. Wait a minute. Copy. I'll just stop talking for a minute to concentrate. Fuck off. Is your middle name Marie? It is not Michelle. Michelle Marie. That's quite cool. Are you you're taking the piss, aren't you? You fucking with me. If your middle name's Marie, that's quite. Maybe you're telling the truth. Maybe we bonded over this before. I don't know. Maybe people were just shorted nicknames that, you know what I mean? It's like they just. I'm just talking shit. Right, I just need to. There we go. Right, so I'm just pinning this here because, oh, Alexander's your middle name, nice. Just to remind people that if you would like a 30-minute Zoom with me, a mediumship Zoom, which is basically mediumship and healing is everything that I do. Oh, I was on the old one. That makes sense. I'm not on the one that I'm on now. I was on the one that I'm going to delete. The testing one. Oh, it is Marie. Oh, yeah. I do remember. This is when you first found me, isn't it? Or when you first spoke. See, that's, I mean, this is what I mean about, right? Like when people don't get how I work, which is obviously not you guys that are live just now. Hey, you guys. It's that spirit talking through me. Because what are the chances of me saying that? Like, what's your middle name? It's not Marie Tootin, it fucking is. Do you know what I mean? Is that not just like crazy? Can I just say how fucking my mind is blown, and I don't know why, because again, it's spirit talking through me, God talking through me. There's 365 days in the year, and the other day when I was doing the video, I've chose that random deck that I don't use that often, and like I said, it's a good one to use because not many people have it. And pulled the Francis of Assisi, and it's his, or I assume it's him, you know, that saint's Memorial Day today, and it's the patron saint of animals, I think. It's protection, something like that. And I've actually felt really connected to that saint when I've been drawn to it before. And yeah, I just thought that was absolutely crazy, because I just feel with a lot of the hype that's going on in America right now, I really just feel that presence, but that synchronicity has been drawn to me to be like, you know, don't let fear overtake you, and know that you're protected, and set your intention and all this kind of stuff. Because I've got my own feelings on a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm sure other people have too, but whatever and then so there's that, right? Because you might be like, right, Claire, you've already said that, why are you saying it again? But then yesterday I was channeling a whole load of stuff like about like bullying and a lot of things to do with like what we're saying about the Eris conjunct the North Node, because it can be about feeling left out or being ostracized, or and then I'm sure I'm not going to say definitely, because I can't be arsed watching it back, because I watched it and I can't be watching it again. But if somebody else hasn't watched it and you watched the first live from yesterday, that'd be interesting if I did actually say Mean Girls, because I've definitely thought it. I don't know if I said it. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. And I just realised it was the 3rd of October yesterday, and that's a whole thing. Like, you can Google it yourself, put in 3rd of October, Mean Girls. It was fucking Mean Girls Day. So how, like, again, what are the chances of me channeling that kind of energy on the day that I reference that fucking film, and I'm channeling things of it? It's just weird. It's weird, but it's cool. Anyway, so that was just little noticings that I've noticed. So today I'm just basically going to be lowering my voice, because I've just noticed it's a bit loud. And I was saying on the other one, I'm late because I had to have a bacon roll. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just was like, well, I eat after, I'll eat now. And I was like, no, I need to eat now. So self-care, there's something about self-care here. If you're taking on board, that will hopefully you take that on board for yourself as well. Oh, there's a wee spider right on cue as well in the corner of the window. So look out for important messages, whether it be literal messages coming in or downloads coming in, or I don't know, write down your dreams. Anything to do with writing basically is what I always, well, I don't always associate with that, but I am lately. Or it could be like a message from your ancestors. And actually that feels really relevant because you've just said it was after your grandmum. And I really clearly remember you saying that now, Michelle. I remember you saying that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, and it just ran away again when I mentioned it. Was somebody's granny shy? Because the spiders can mean like grandmother spider, grandfather spider, the ancestors basically. I can't stay. I have a matrix meeting, for fuck's sake. Oh, we love you too, right? So Michelle's probably not here anymore. I think it's just me and you, Nathan. Right. Okay. Right, anyway, so I've put in the thing. I'll put in a title after. I think we're good to go. Right, so I didn't do the wee shorts today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it live on here, and then I will do the shorts after, if I didn't actually remember. So, I was going to say, if I use them again, I'll need to, what if I need to, I'll just, and then I'll have what they are on this when I watch it back, if I need to use the cards again. So if anyone's joining me live right now and you want a reading today, the deal is when I go live on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just now I'm doing, but I might eventually up it to like more than that. If you want your own personal reading, which is more than just a card, and if I ever just pull you one card, it would be like the cards I was pulling yesterday, and I'd read like it'd be a longer message from the book. But usually when I'm just not using the book, which is the majority of the time what I do, I'm going to pull more than one card. So then you can use the donate button, and then I can give somebody a personal message. But like I said, it's when I do the collective general messages, people often get enough out of that. So you can just use your own discernment about what you want to do there. And if you're not in a place to donate, then I do the free messages on the Tuesday nights from 6:30 UK time. Okay, so and the one at the top that's is for the 30-minute mediumship. Right, okay. And we can just arrange, if anyone wants that one, we can just arrange when to do that whenever it suits us both. And anybody else that is like still needing a range to do one of them, just email me. But remember, email me at that soulfam one, because my email is pretty chocker, and not because I'm like, oh, I'm fully booked, and it's just because my emails are full and I never fucking delete them. Right, okay, so I'm shuffling right now for the, wait a minute, I need to get the chat up because I can't, there we go. Just put, where can I put it here so that I can see it? Oh no, I feel like that's going to fall though. Right, I'll put it there. Right, I'm going to do, so this is for the daily energy for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. So this is the Divine Feminine's cards. So I won't pull any more than 2 because I need to then relay the message. Oh, that's a posh word. Relay the message. Well, I've just seen a butterfly out the window. Change and transformation in the air. Yeah, need to relay it in a minute for the short. So what have we got? So this isn't everyone, but the strongest collective that need to hear something. Where are the Divine Feminines at today? Now, if it says something about rest or, I don't know, 4 of Swords or something along those lines, that's going to be interesting because that would resonate with my Divine Feminine energy. It doesn't always go that way, but let's just see what it is. Let's specifically ask what guidance, because sometimes when I just say that, it's just going to be like, I don't know, I'm going to use, what guidance do the Divine Feminines need right now? Right, we've got the 4 of Water, the bored as fuck card. Missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom, open your eyes to the possibilities. So I feel there might just be a bit of bored as fuck energy there with the Divine Feminine collectives. And I very much feel it's probably got something to do, it's probably got something to do with, I don't know, I feel like I want to say like Groundhog Day or new moons and full moons going by, or months going by, years going by in some people's cases, decades going by in some people's cases. It feels like something related to or changing time, timelines, so things like that. I just feel there's a wee bit of, so if you are feeling bored or you're feeling stagnant or stuck, that was energy I was picking up. It's important that you find something that just brings you joy, like, and especially if we're talking about, I'll see what the next card is, but if we're talking about if you're finding yourself kind of like, why is nothing, oh wait a minute, I forgot that was it. Why is like nothing shifting in my twin flame connection, or hi next, my voice went really high there. Why is nothing, why is nothing happening? There's always something happening. There's always something happening. But yeah, whenever you're finding that your focus is going too much to what your twin is doing, you have to find something for yourself, because it does literally just push that further and further away. So did I ever connect that mum's, oh, are you kidding? Did you just arrive right now? Did I ever connect that mum's name was Marie? I don't know. I really don't know, but there must be something in it, because I'm just gonna, like you said, I'll see when I watch it back, but that was crazy the way that I said, oh, don't tell me, and it is. And then it was only when Michelle said that, I remember when Michelle said that on my shamanic journey or something, whenever it was that Michelle isn't here anymore, by the way, she had to go to a meeting, but that's pretty cool. And then we always had a couple of the other Marie comes in now and again. But there was always quite a few Maries that used to connect with me on my Facebook Lives as well. So. Right, what else? What's the second card? So like I said, 4 of Cups is about missing an opportunity. Now, oh yeah, and so that's important. So that's where it could connect for Divine Feminines. But when this is like Divine Masculine's feminine side as well. Now, obviously, I'm just laughing. If I've got to fucking put all of this on a short, so it's going to be the short version. Do you know what I'm saying? But the Divine Masculine's feminine side is relevant to them too. The obvious would be that a lot of Divine Masculines that have awakened are like, I've missed an opportunity here. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I've missed an opportunity, discontented, obviously, because they're sad that they feel like they've missed an opportunity. Or, I mean, sad is putting mildly for how some people feel, bored, that can be when people are stirring, waking up, and they're not quite connected to the deeper feelings yet, but they're realizing that they're bored of where they are. Or it can be both, which would be pretty shit. And again, I know that some of you have already moved through this part, so you'll know what I'm talking about, but some people are in it or they're yet to go through it. And yeah, but open your eyes to the possibilities. And also on the traditional tarot, this is the card where I always feel it. There was a meme that once was going about, will still be going about somewhere. And I titled one of my videos that, I don't know, about a year ago or something. And it says like, dude, take the fucking cup. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I always remember that. Sorry, I'm already burping, so I'm already transmitting energy. Like, it's about like you've not missed an opportunity. You can actually have what it is you want, but you're not seeing that because of your state of mind or something like that. So yes, right, okay. So what else have we got for divine feminines? And then I'll do divine masculines, feminine side too. So we've got the Knight of Air, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. Oh, this card keeps coming out, because it's come out a lot in the other deck. That's interesting. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. Now, that's what it is upright, right? But I've pulled it in reverse. And remember, I just say whatever comes into my mind because I just say what they tell me to say. So this is what I'm being guided to say right now. Is it's like, because I pulled it in reverse, I feel there's something about... this is going to resonate for, oh, wait a minute, I'm starting to translate the divine. Well, I'll just do the divine masculine first. It's like, wait a minute, I'll answer that in a minute because I like, that's a cool question. So basically, it's, yeah, what was I getting there? So it's like, somebody has, I feel like a divine masculine that's going to connect with this has like really, again, like went over everything that they need to, and like they've carefully reviewed everything, their options, all that kind of stuff, and they've thought about all the different scenarios. And it's, rather than rushing in, I feel like what somebody might have done before, but more in that kind of excitable kind of rushing in, and everything goes not the way that you want it to. So again, this could be about love, but this could also be about work projects. This could be about absolutely anything. And you could be divine feminine or divine masculine, but I feel I'm channeling the divine masculine bit just now. It's like when I'm putting these two together, I feel this divine masculine collective are shifting. Some are shifting from seeing this as a missed opportunity to starting to get that, this all needed to happen to me for me to awaken. And there's still a chance, but I'm going to carefully think about what I want to do. And it feels like coming in more mature, to be honest. That's what I'm kind of getting. And that's why I'm laughing, because that totally isn't what what anyone else would say about that card, but that's kind of like what I like about being different. So I don't think there's much point in putting a wee holder, but can I just ask, see, when I'm doing that, is that noise annoying? Because the wooden thing is sitting on the actual laptop. So I don't know, because I've not got my volume on. So if you just kind of tell me, that looks hilarious. Wait a minute, I need to read. Right, I'll read what you're saying now, and then I'll finish this bit. Right, so that's them. So I'm going to leave those cards there so that I can see. Oh, right, and sorry, I didn't even say and so for the divine, fuck's sake, for the divine feminine, same thing. It's like, again, that I feel there's like a boredom with something is not. It just feels like things are not happening. Stuck energy is what I'm getting from that. Bored, and it's like things are not coming in quick. So it's almost, it's funny because it's not the divine masculine is what I just said, right? It's like divine masculines are taking their time and they're doing things that properly is what I'm hearing, whatever that means, and like more maturely, and like and I mean from their perspective, but it's like the divine feminine's almost feeling like bored and like, well, I wish you would come in quickly because it's like nothing's fucking happening. See, that's what I'm getting. That's funny. Right, now let me read what you're saying. So, oh, that's good that you can't hear it. I don't know why that is, because I'm sure before that it was like, I don't know. Anyway, right. How do you know who you are in the tarot? I was listening to you saying you're the high priestess. I did a quiz and I was the timer, which I could take as death and rebirth. Just interested if there's a formula or you just know. Right. So basically, I just know. Do you know what I mean? I just tune in. And also, so first of all, there's that. I just know that I'm the high priestess because the high priestess is everything that I do. It is about being extremely psychic and mysterious and knowing things and being, and having all the clairs and everything associated with that. So that's the one that speaks to me the strongest, I would say. And then I work out that I feel connected to the Queen of Wands because of all my fire, because I'm an Aries, and Queen of Wands is like, passionate, fiery, energetic, fun, sexy is often a word used with the Queen of Wands. And we can all be a Queen of Wands when we want to, even you men out there too, but you probably want to be the King of Wands, I don't know. And then the Empress would be the motherly part of something. It's the motherly part of me, and when you're feeling like abundant in all areas and happy and all that kind of nurturing. And so I could see why my go-to would be, if I had to pick one, it would be the high priestess, because I do think these words like mysterious and psychic and all that is more kind of, and also people can be a bit wary, like, again, definitely men I would say are wary of divine feminines, but high priestess, because often the divine feminine is the high priestess. Like, a lot of divine feminines will feel connected to that card, and it's because we do know, like, you can't hide stuff from a high priestess. Like, we just feel it. So again, a lot of people can be scared to be around somebody that just knows your secrets without you fucking telling them, and often knows how you feel before you know how you feel. You know what I mean? It is a bit scary, I suppose, but it's a gift, right? So you could just do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, what one do you feel more connected to? But yeah, there's loads of these quizzes and that. I'll probably, like, did you put in your birthday or something? Oh, because then I suppose if we go that way too, so the other times when I'm talking about it that way, which is also just my own way, but it does make, it makes sense with numerology and that too, that I often say I'm the moon in the tarot, but again, the moon's very like the high priestess to me, because they're both about being psychic as fuck, and they're both about secrets. They're both about, in some sort of way, well, I don't know about the high priestess, but the moon is about shadow work and confusion, illusion. So it could be that, like I said, you're causing that, but it can often be like you're the people that help people with that. But yeah, both these things are about secrets, and I work that out because I'm the 18th of a month and the moon is the 18th, so that's how I work that one out. Then you can break it down even more, that 1 and 8 is 9, and the 9 is a hermit, and I absolutely strongly resonate with the hermit card because it's about being a hermit. So just by knowing your birthday, that's the 4, so that would be the Emperor. And then that's kind of funny because the Emperor is divine masculine. So that might speak to you, and it's also about, like, being a leader and being it actually kind of fits with what I channeled for divine masculine energy on last night's live. But again, equally, next, that might not resonate with you because you are a woman, and you might be resonating more with the feminine part of you. I suppose it just depends on how you feel. And yeah, we can't break the 4 down. So, but yeah, really just see which one you vibe with the most, because you might feel like, when I was saying that about, I often think of people like I wouldn't be surprised if you felt quite led to being the Empress, actually, because of your Cancer sun and that motherly kind of energy and everything. So you get to decide. You get to decide, is what I would say. So, oh yes, the brigade energy, yeah, because I always used to pull that on the day of the thing, and then we had a weird synchronicity. We had a weird synchronicity, didn't we, one day, where I'd pulled that card, and then I think we had a session or something. Queen of Wands, yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it's your Aries rising. And interesting, I often pray to be good for guidance. There's a cool synchronicity. Yes, but again, that's why I'm just very much one of those kind of shamanic teachers that it's you get to decide. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like when I started out translating, or whatever you want to call it, like just when I channeled those messages every day that everybody loved, which I've already said, everyone, if people engaged more in the community tab, but I think that's only going to happen when we get past 1,000. Maybe not, it might happen before that, but when people are actually going to comment in that and get involved, I would like to get back to doing that, because that really helps me as much as it helped other people. I absolutely love doing that. And like I said, I got quite a name for myself, like in a good way. People knew who Claire Marie was. But yeah, I used to break down every day and write just a couple of wee sentences about, oh, and now it's, you know, such and such, like, oh, that's, yeah, because it's the 4th today. So like, if I was writing something today, I'd probably be like, oh, and it's the Emperor, and you can take control of your own life and be the leader and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? So as well as getting people interested in astrology, like, you know, nearly 9 years ago next year, I probably got a lot of people interested in the tarot too. And that, like, I know for instance, Lexi would probably say that. Like, I got Lexi interested in a lot of these things, and she really took it on board, because it's like she loves when I use the tarot. And I do use it more now, but I didn't used to always use it like that. That's when I was actually being quite high priestess and moon. Like, I just used it for myself. And I always would just connect more with my oracle when I was doing stuff for people, and just use it every now and again. So it's just, that's quite a funny thing about me. Like, I can teach people the stuff, and it actually reminds me of a review that one of you wrote that I share quite often, that like Claire knows so much more, or it was something like Claire knows so much more than what you actually see in public. You only find that out when you work with her. And that's true. I think that's a very good description. Anyway, yeah, when you said yours, I was feeling wands and nurturing. Yeah. And so like but this is I like this chat. This is what I like about it. Like, just randomly go anywhere. Like, equally, you might feel quite connected to, I could see you being like a Queen of Cups energy as well. You know, because that's like loving and warm-hearted and all of that. But again, it's quite funny, because like there are certain cards that are specifically linked to star signs, but I never really resonate with a lot of them, by the way, because I'm sure the Chariot is connected to Cancer energy, and I just can't see that. Like, I can't see that I would ever, you know, but you would if you'd read a book on it and it says, oh, this is Cancer. Like, so that's what I mean about just do what resonates with you. And if you ever get anyone be, oh, that's not what that is, it's like, well, that's the way I do it. So get the fuck. If it doesn't resonate, go and find somebody else. You know what I mean? I don't do the fucking way that everyone else. Anyway, so let's go on now to the divine masculine energies. Right. So this is the divine masculine deck that I seem to be using. So it's let's go with this. Right. Wait a minute. Are all these? I don't usually do that, but quite a lot of them are looking upside down. No, I don't usually do that, so I'll just go with it. Right. What is the divine? Oh, okay, I guess that's, yep, 2 have jumped out. So we've got 5 of spring. So this is the wands. I have to honestly see with these. It takes me ages to work out what it is. Right. So opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. So there's some kind of, again, conflict going on within yourself. What's interesting though is I got drawn to the butterfly outside the window, and there's like loads of blue butterflies on this card. But we've also got this that keeps coming out, the 7 of Wands in reverse, which is good, because that, oh my God, this is blowing my mind. 2 days in a row now. So this is a portal. This is definitely a portal of sorts. Again, and I know that's not what I've, oh shit, I know it is, because that's what I feel all that shit is about with today. Interesting. But so I'm being told this is a portal, right? And I do think that other stuff is a distraction from the fact that this is a portal for people, like a good portal, you know, to get things done. Because I pulled the 7 of Wands in reverse yesterday, and I'm taking that to mean the blocks have been lifted. So wherever divine masculine energies feel that they've been blocked by the divine, by God, but like I said, in some cases you might have been literally blocked. I feel blocks have been lifted. So I'd be really interested if for some people, like a divine masculine, like you were actually blocked by your twin. Like, because like I said, I don't hear of that very often with people that I work with, but it would be quite interested if that was a literal thing. But I more feel it as like, you know, divine masters have felt like, you know, they're getting told by this force, like it's not time to move forward, you need to heal more, or you need to sort this out, or you need to end this karmic situation. Like, you know what I mean? It's that kind of block. But I feel whatever it is, for whoever I'm channeling this for, it's like, it's time, you know, it's safe to go forward if you want to. But this card says, be assertive, don't back down for what you believe, courageously stand up for yourself. So that's really interesting. What I'm getting, oh shit, yeah, no, it is divine masculine one. So for divine masculines, I'm getting that it's like there is some kind of fight still going on. So whether it's fighting within your mind and your heart, and whether this is, it's not about whether it's this the best for everyone, because it's just this feeling of like there's people that just aren't happy about this. That's what I'm feeling when it's talking about unions. It's like there's going to be a fight either way, and you can't avoid it. And it does, even if it's from the obvious, it feels like, you know, people from the past, like exes and that are just they basically don't want divine masculines to move forward and be with their true feminine, because that's what these people are in your life for. They're there to stop that happening, whether by them actually being with the divine masculine, or even when they're not with them, but like that's the last thing they want to happen. And I even like I caught one yesterday or something that was about, like, you know, where blackmail's involved in that, and I'm sure we can all sort of use our minds of where that can happen, but I've come across that before many times as well. So, but yeah, this is interesting cards, because that card came up yesterday. So that's for divine masculines, whoever it's going to resonate with. There's still going to be some kind of conflict within yourself or conflict with others, but if you want to move forward, I feel you're getting the green light from Great Spirit, God, your guides, and I don't feel that well, I know for a fact that hasn't always been the case. And even if that's just the fact that someone needed to go through their dark night of the soul to come on the other side, you know, to be more empowered. Because like I said, when twin flames get together and there's an imbalance, it's a fucking nightmare. You know what I mean? I've just finished you know, doing my longer sessions with someone, and just so proud of the work that person's done. And like I say, I've said this before, but it's like, yeah, like it will be amazing when she can share her I might get, actually, if you're listening to this, I might get you, if you can write something, that'd probably be quite good until we do a video. But yeah, anyway, it'll be even better when she can actually say herself, because it is really quite unbelievable. So you can think I'm just talking shit and making this up, or you can believe me, but it's the transformation within her is amazing, but the transformation within her and her twin is amazing as well. And I now know that she's got the tools to be able to navigate, you know, and like I said, she'll come to me when she needs support again, but it's like she's got the tools that she needs to navigate the challenges. Right, okay, so for divine feminine's masculine side, same thing. You could be going through some kind of conflict within yourself, right? Or you could have other people not agreeing with the way that you do things, or yeah, there just could be somebody that you know is rubbing you up the wrong way, or maybe they're not even bothering you because you're on your own floating little cloud kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? You can probably guess which one I was out of that. And yeah, wherever you feel blocked and stagnated and like something isn't moving forward, and this is how I'm loving. See, I might do this. I might do this daily before, and then just do the shorts and make it shorter. But anyway, tell me if you like me doing it like this. I mean, it's, or if I, anyway, whatever. But like that's how I'm seeing how the feminine energy can fit the feminine cards, because the feminine cards are about being bored and stuck, and something's like, you know, just taking ages or whatever, whatever that is in your life. But you can come out of that conflict in yourself by seeing that you're not limited. Like you can, like it's a limit. Basically, what I'm getting is there's a limiting belief there. And I'm actually, it's like I was just like, right, well, tell me what that is for me. And they've just flashed up in my mind. I've got plenty of time today that I can tidy that office where those cards are driving me nuts. So it's a limiting belief that I can't tidy that today. It's just that I don't want to. So that's being very honest. That's very ADHD. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like there are genuinely times when I'm fucking exhausted, burnt out. Like that's how I've literally was all weekend, and even really the last couple of days until yesterday. But now I don't feel like that. I feel a bit tired today, but it's like I don't feel so tired that I couldn't do that. So, you know, be careful what you're telling yourself, right? Well, I'm liking that. Yeah. So yeah, I broke down Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, right? Okay. So I'll put them there, and then unless I really, really want to use them, but I think it'd be easier just not to use that deck again. And then I can, how the fuck am I going to break that down in a minute? Right. And let's pull a wee. So what does the Divine Masculine Collective want to say to Divine Feminine? Let's see if this fits with what I channeled for all of that. It might not, but what does the Divine Masculine want to say? I'm misholding you. Let's pull another one. So this person got near enough to actually hold you to misholding you. Unless they didn't, and they just fantasized about doing it and what it would be like. So holding you, that is. What if you don't accept me for who I really am? Yeah, so I can see how that does fit actually, because it's like if someone was worrying about that, it would delay all the plans to actually do something about it. Again, I think the only way you're going to come out of that is when you actually do something about it. I've been learning a lot about spiritualities on the bottom as well, right? So I'll leave these cards out for, and then everything I do it for our futures on the bottom, by the way. Oh, look, they look quite good on the, wait a minute, is it that one or that one? Sorry, I need to wait for the delay. Or maybe if I just do that. No, this is what I remember before about when I used to do this. It's like mirrored, so I don't know how to. Mirrored. Oh, fuck it. I'm not going to use that as a thumbnail anyway, I don't think. Right. That's. Put them over there too. Right, what are you saying? I resonate with your interpretation. I'm not feeling Cancer and Chariot. Yeah, I've never felt that either. So you'll not hear me very often. Put it this way, if I ever associate a tarot card to what it actually is with astrology, it must just be because it makes sense to me. It's not really about making sense to me. Like I said, I go by what I feel in the moment, and sometimes it's like I feel a guide saying it to me, but it's yeah, I just don't do things the way that other people do it, and that's how I teach things as well. That's why I always say that about colour. Whenever I've been at colour workshops, I've been at loads of mediums. Oh my god, can you hear? Sorry. So now that I've finished this bit, that leads me very nicely on to what's been happening all fucking morning. So I don't know if you heard that, but you probably did. I'm about to send you a mini sketch I did this morning with butterflies. Oh, lovely. So that was Dancing in the Dark, right? Bruce Springsteen. Now, the reason behind that is that came on the music channel yesterday, and I don't know if you've ever seen the video for that, but it's quite hilarious, and it's got Monica from Friends in it. Because it's meant to look like she was in the crowd and she gets pulled up on the stage, right? But it's obviously that. It was obviously a video, so it's like that was a setup. Like that didn't. She wasn't just a random in the crowd. She was an actress. But I like that song, right? And I thought, well, that's not on my playlist, right? But the thing that was quite funny was there is another funny synchronicity I can think of, but I'll just anyway. So so that was the last one that I added to my like songs yesterday, right? So today, like because that alarm is on random, like it just picks a random song, but it picks your liked songs. I could only think that it's like, oh, it's picked the last one that I liked. But something doesn't make sense today because the alarm's went off several times and it keeps going off on that song. And it's meant to pick a random song from like the over 446 I must have now because it was 444 the other day. So, but when I was half asleep, it was like they guided me. They were like, no, just listen to the words. And I've never, to be honest, it's probably one of the only songs in the world I've never thought too deeply about. But I think I never sort of have tuned into what that song means because I'm always distracted by the video. You know, I just, the video's so cheesy. It's like, that's how I feel about it anyway. But when I was listening and it was just on my phone, it was like, I mean, I'm probably better reading the lyrics out, but if you listen yourself, if you feel guided to listen to yourself, it's like, because at one point he's like, I get up in a minute. It's something about doing the same thing every day and you're bored. And it's just not a coincidence I've pulled the card. I've just realised that I've pulled the card about boredom. But then it's also like, it's like, you know, you can't start a fire without a flame. So again, I don't actually know what that fucking song's about. But today it felt quite deep. I'm just going to read the words because it was, I can't, again, it's one of the moments you can't really describe what you mean, but I'm trying to. But see, this is what I mean about the cheesy kind of, you know what I mean? Oh, actually, you can see yourself, but total 80s. Yeah, I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and bored with myself. You know what I mean? That feels like someone that's bored in a karmic thing. That's what it said to me. And then, hey there, baby, I could use just a little help. You can't start a fire without a spark. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of like someone that's, the passion's gone and they need someone to start a fire, right? And then my mind was like, I wonder if this is about sex because dancing in the dark. Anyway, I'm just looking into it a bit deeper, but I could probably go on one of those sites that's like, what does this song actually mean? Messages keep getting clearer. That's like someone getting downloads. Radio's on and I'm moving around my place. I check my look in the mirror. Want to change my clothes, my hair, my face. That's like spiritual awakening. Mirror is like looking at your twin. Man, I ain't getting nowhere. I'm just living in a dump like this. Somebody doesn't like where they are. There's something happening somewhere. And baby, I just know that there is, you can't, and then it goes into the chorus again. You're sitting around getting older, right? That's time's getting on. I've already channeled something like that today. There's a joke here somewhere and it's on me. Again, that feels like someone's like, I know it's me. I'm the only person that can do something about this. I'll shake this world off my shoulders. Come on, baby, the laughs on me. Stay on the streets of this town and they'll be carving you up. Blah, blah, blah. Right, okay. They say you got to stay hungry, blah, blah, blah. Right. I'm dying for some action. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sick of sitting around here trying to write this book. That might be relevant to someone too, because I wanted to mention creative writing. I need a love reaction. I know I'm going to start singing it now, but sitting around here crying over a broken heart. Wow, I mean, there's quite a lot in this song. Yeah, so anyway, it just starts. It's just really interesting because, like I said, it kept fucking. Oh, now it's just went off. Now it's just went on to that James Arthur September. So see what I mean? Now it's went off and it is a different song. So that clearly just went off about 5 times in a row over the last few hours, just so that I done what I just done. But yeah, and so the James Arthur September might be significant to someone too. Because that's all about like first meeting someone and remembering it all. I bet you don't remember that's how it began. So yeah, that's that kind of feeling of like, you know, I bet you don't feel it as deeply as what I did. I remember everything. And wait a minute, where's I knew you were the one. So it's that feeling again of what I've channeled before. It's like somebody knew you were the one. But it was quite overwhelming. I could never wait for the weekends when you would come over. Oh yeah, that's why I like that. I just like that song for that line. For obvious reasons, right? Okay, so Oh, and by the way, I googled Mark Sloan from the Greys, and the pics of him don't reflect the fit version of him on the Greys. I can see why you questioned my taste. I wasn't questioning your taste. It's everybody, each to their own. That sounds like my karmic journey. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. I loved how they've done that. Right, okay. So, what else was I going to do? Because I might, that might just be it for today, because I've got shit to do. Do you know what I'm saying? I've got to tidy those fucking cards, and now I've got pressure, because when I come back tomorrow, someone might be like, did you tidy the cards? And I'll be like, stop fucking asking me that shit. No, I didn't. Right. Manifesta's just come out in new blueprints, but I'm putting it back because I just want one. But that's about basically manifesting and following your soul's blueprint. Your soul's blueprint to me is your astrology. You could look at it in loads of different other ways. Like I can tap into your soul's blueprint. Well, I can tap into your soul's blueprint without any tools, actually. But I could use cards to do that, or the astrology, but I prefer to use a wee bit of both. And yeah. So you can basically manifest your soul's blueprint by knowing what your soul's blueprint is, by using these different tools, by either looking yourself or going to somebody that can help you with that. And that's exactly the message. Actually, that is the exact message for today, which is very like what was coming through for you, Nathan. And Nathan, that's weird, because when I said that to you yesterday about taking action and feeling like it was related to, basically doing some further work with me, because, well, not further work, doing actual work with me, because it does count when I help people in here. But you know what I mean? It's like I said, it's different when people work with me one-to-one. But basically the shorts it's today's message. If you look at the shorts, it's actually today's message. Like when I basically said something about you're your own guru, but I've also put in the writing when you like something about needing to seek out healers and mentors with parts of your journey. So people are at different bits. Like obviously you can't do that all the time, but I'm doing my soul's blueprint now because we did the work. Yeah. But again, it's like, even with that though, that is true. Like Nyx has done a lot of work with me, but even with that never stops. So you need to check into when, when people, it just basically never stops. Like it never stops for me. So it never stops for anyone. That it's, we can't do it all by ourselves. That's basically what the message is. But yes, there are times when you can't just constantly rely on getting support from healers and mentors. So it's just people have got to check into where they're at. Right. But yes, you're a good example of when you utilize the people that you're drawn to, it can course correct you and you can be following your calling. Right. Let's give me a card for this. So my God. Wow. Oh my God. Fucking hell. See, I'm telling you, that's what all this is about today. They're distracting you from something. They're really distracting you from something, because these are and this, I was told to use these decks specifically because of feeling there's some sort of portal going on today that they're trying to distract us from. New blueprints, right? So that's the card I just saw, and I put it back and it's come out again. But then the one on the bottom of the deck is also very blue. So this is feeling very galactic, very Blu-ray, very Lemurian, because they're Lemurian cards, but there's lots of light language codes on these cards as well. And again, I don't say that all the time, but that is what I'm like activating. I'm activating like the dormant DNA and bringing out people's gifts and stuff, like just when I do this every day, right? By people being around, it's like it's helping waking you up further. And like I said, so obviously when you work deeper with me, that's going to come out in a bigger way, which is what people talk about on the thing. But yeah, unique gifts, that's really powerful. And that's part of my thingy is my gift is helping my gift is helping you find yours. So new blueprints and unique gifts. So again, that specifically feels like that is what so I'm just going to see what Nyx has said in a minute, but that's what my psychic astrology empowerment session done, which is the one, it takes hours and it's a bigger session, but it's worth investment, because I can see alone what someone's soul's blueprint is, and I'll just channel everything that I see. And it can often remind you of things that you'd forgot that you wanted to do, like things that you were interested in when you were younger and you'd lost, you just kind of lost your way a bit. But anyway, everything I'm always doing is it's speaking in code. And do you know what? It's really quite interesting. I'm finding it hard to find my words today. I think it's because I'm tapping into this energy, this telepathic energy, and that's so weird. Anyway, right. So I'm not sure what my soul's blueprint is. I think it's hiding. Well, but Nathan, it wouldn't be hiding if you do the session with me, because I'd fucking tell you answers. Do you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you get my sense of humor here, but I can't spell it out any further for you. Like, that goes for you and anyone else that doesn't know. That's what I help people do. There's only so much I can help people, you know what I mean, this way. That's what people get in the session. So, no, you've misconstrued me. I mean, I did the astrology session and I changed direction, and I'm literally creating right now. Just finishing, you make my heart sing. Oh, beautiful. And what was I saying? But actually, even with that, I mean, it's we done different sorts of things, but I might be, oh no, we did. What did you do first though? You didn't do the astrology first with me. You done the chakra soul empowerment. That's the thing that always really sticks out to me, which people don't book too often, but it's fucking life-changing. Like, the chakra soul empowerment is it is that, because you won that audio that I brought through Nix's mum, and that was really powerful, really beautiful. Again, I'll never forget that, and it was really beautiful. And that's why your mum always drops in to say hi. And then from that, you booked the chakra soul empowerment, and that's where I saw a lot of what you're doing now. And then I think what you're talking about, and then we would have done the astrology, because most people do the astrology one first, actually. And then we done the astrology, and that's when I would have said, I mean, fuck knows what I said, but like whatever would have came out about some of the other stuff that you haven't even done yet, but you will. It's and that's so yeah. But all of it, really, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really matter what somebody does. But some of these sessions that we're talking about, they are the more powerful ones, and that's what I'd say these cards are talking about. Like I said, there's loads of different, because basically it's accessing the Akashic records. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I can access the Akashic records anywhere, anytime. Not even, I was ready to say using anything. Like, the cards help me, but I can do that without the cards, because I just, as long as, like, what am I trying to say? Like, I can use somebody's chart to do it. Like I've spoke about before, when I've been out with family before, and I met my cousin's boyfriend, and I just started reading his chart and telling him all this stuff, and I was channeling it. And I do that, I just do it whenever I feel like in the mood to do it. But actually, I don't need that stuff. I could just start reading somebody's soul, like standing with them. But I don't tend to do that because it's not fair to me. Do you know what I mean? It's fun, and it's like a party parlor trick for everyone else, but it's not respecting all the work I've done on myself and how hard I've worked. And which is why I feel I keep getting guided to put the donation link and encourage people to book, because without people booking, I've not got a fucking business. Do you know what I mean? And it's like that. I think the imbalance can really, and I know it's not just me that says that, it can happen with a lot of people. And it's something that it's, you as the person, so me in this case, has to, you have to sort that balance when it gets really imbalanced. And for me, that's actually just looked like a lot of the time just taking real time myself. Because there's always a reason. Like, I know when things are quiet for me, it's because there's something big happening. And I'm telling you, there's big energies today. I'm going to read what these cards are about. There's big energies. And that's why there's big, weird distractions to pull away from these energies that are coming in. These big energies, these light beings that are wanting to be known about in a bigger way, and it not just seem like a bit of a special thing that only some people can access. We can all tune into these energies if you get quiet and listen. And it's just people like myself and other people, though, that are here to teach you about that if you're interested. And like I said, that's where I do what I can in public. But really, to be fair to me, people need to book the sessions to get the deeper work. Otherwise, what the hell am I doing? Do you know what I mean? What, just having an existence and helping people for free all the time, and I'm not actually benefiting back. You know what I mean? Right. So I definitely know people are going to hear what I'm saying there, because that is a lot of the time. We didn't come here to be starving artists, put it that way. So you've got to get in line with, you've got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. So make it work for you as well as helping other people. That's what I've learned over all these years. Anyway, you turned on my light, so I realised there was more. That is beautiful. Well, I'm very honoured and humbled. I'm grateful for each and every session, breakthrough and soul retrieval. Yes, I know you are. And you actually let me know that like all the time. So I'm grateful that you're grateful. Right. And look, by the way, the card behind this is, oh my God, look. Oh, we can't even fucking read them all. So there's these two blue cards, right? And then there's these two blue cards that were next. Internal Explorer and Home. And what that says to me about the twins are longing for home. Home is within each other. That's beautiful too, isn't it? Either that or it's beamed me up, Scotty. They're taking us home. They're taking us home in the ships. I think I'm joking. I was about to say, I hope I'm joking. I don't know if I do hope I'm joking. Let's just see what happens. Right, so right, let's read these cards. So, blueprints. I've read that one before, but I don't know if it's the book. Unique gifts. But that's really, I love that unique gifts cards come out, because that's what I was saying. How weird is that? See, nothing's ever a coincidence. We've had that chat about how I was describing how I, just how I get the things about the tarot and blah, blah, just doing it my own unique way, and not by the way that somebody, tells you how to do it. And that's my unique gift, and also my unique gift is the way that I pull in the songs from anywhere when it feels, when I'm guided to, which is it's not all the time, it's most of the time. Or the films is probably the one that's most of the time. Really anything, you know what I mean? But that is, to me, truly what, being a shaman is about. Like I said, I don't need all these tools. They're just fun. They're just fun to me. But I can get messages from anywhere and anything. And that is, I own that, what's unique about me. But there's unique things about you. And again, brings me back to my gift is helping you find yours. In a session, but I do help people just in general on here too. I struggle when you say that. I get it, but it throws me. Yeah, I don't know what it means either. I've just looked at 1414, 144, and again that, well, it's not 144, it's the ones and the fours. And again, if you've never heard me say that before, that is what I worked out like 8-9 years ago, that I activate people through the numbers. I don't tend to do it as much anymore, but when people first connected with me, when I was reading their charts, that's what I was really getting pulled into. Like I'd often get pulled to the time on the session and then I noticed that after I'd done these astrology sessions with people, they would be messaging me saying, I keep seeing 144 everywhere, I keep seeing 44, I keep seeing 1s and 4s, and it was always 1s and 4s or 444. Or just like any kind of number. Basically, I woke people up to the number combinations, which are now obviously everywhere and people talk about a lot, but the healing just on the YouTube, Claire, has helped me because so much more grateful for my life, which is a milestone because I suffer from depression. Yeah, thank you, Nathan. Honestly, it's like, don't make me, it's all right if you make me cry because you can't see my face, but like, I don't even know what to say there, you know what I mean? Because it's like, that does make me want to cry, because that's why I do this. Do you know what I mean? And that's why, as much as it can be frustrating sometimes, when it does just seem like I'm just always helping people for free and people aren't coming to book, like anyone, not just, by the way, it's just, this goes for everyone. That's what makes up for it. Like I can sleep at night and that makes my heart happy when I know that I've helped somebody feel happier in their life. But that's really beautiful because, like I said to you, you are worthy, and and those, if you are listening to those abundance meditations every day, it will pay off, because that's something that I say to people all the time. dedicate it. You know, if you dedicate your life to doing these things every day, and, you know, affirmations and hypnotherapy, this is why I provide this for people as well, whether it be for free or in the paid sessions. And it will all catch up with you one day, and you'll be glad that you've done it, that you worked and you reprogrammed your subconscious mind, and you went from telling yourself that you're not worthy or being self-critical to self-loving, and eventually moving into that unconditional love. Because for anyone on the twin flame journey, that should be your goal. You have to like yourself, you have to love yourself, and you have to fall into that place of unconditional love and accepting who you are, warts and all, because then your twin will feel that push to go on that journey for themselves. And like I always say, they don't need to reach to the state where they're talking like that right away. You know what I mean? They might never reach the state where they're talking like that in the same, because you're different people, you're unique, but at the same time, you're connected. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just about that. There's something that keeps coming through about, it's just both twins. I'll bring you through some real strong info here. It's both twins need to awaken to a certain state and be on that, like, wanting to make the effort to love themselves more. And because there is a strange thing about, like, with true twin flames, is that basically, if you do connect with your twin and someone's doing all the healing and someone isn't, like, it like, basically, from helping loads of people with this too, it's like, it's not really something you want to be doing, because it just doesn't quite feel right. You know what I mean? It's like, you won't feel, and I can't really put into words, but although there is all this unconditional love going back and forwards from your higher selves, if the twin hasn't, like, done that shadow work and worked through the death of the ego and all of that, it's, if they're not treating themselves right, it's actually, you're going to feel it really strong coming towards you. Like, I know personally from when I felt that on my own journey. And that's why I just sort of say it like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I've made it very clear how much I love my twin unconditionally. But I also make it clear that I don't want to, I don't want to pressurize anyone into anything at any time, whether it's about love or working with me or anything. It's just about, you do just have to get to this point where you just have to accept where you're at, and you have to accept where your twin's at. And that's part of trusting this journey. And yeah, you do your own thing and let them do theirs. And you just, see what happens. Have faith. Right. Okay. So, 38 new blueprints. I suppose that's about, like, what I always say. It's like, be careful what you wish. Be careful what you wish, because be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Pussycat Dolls. But you know what I'm saying? It's true. It's like, don't be sort of wishing so hard for a twin flame union, and then you get it, right? You actually get that union, or I'm going to say this would be a reunion, and you get together with them and something's off. You know what I mean? And it's probably because you were desperate for it. You just wanted to see them, you missed them. And then when you actually see them and they're not on the same wavelength, or they're not treating themselves right, you're going to feel it really hitting you. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what is different about, you'll know then when you come into an actual union, because it's almost like it'll be a completely different person. Like, yeah, and I know that because that's what I help folk with. Right, okay, so very deep stuff today. Right, let's read this. So, be the change, take action, take a step no matter how small, ignite upward spiral, make a positive change, ethics, compassion, creating a ripple of light. Isn't that magical when you just said that about, what did you say? Anyway, you turned on my light, so I realised there was more. I mean, I love that synchronicity. And especially the fact, I say this all the time, but my name means light. Claire means bright light and clear. And I make things crystal clear what your light is. Right, so be the change. And also, by the way, take action. Fucking hell, there's that strong message again. Take action. Be the change you wish to see, which that is actually one of my favourite sayings. Be the change you wish to see is an empowering mantra to remind us that we can step up and create the blueprints for the world we want to know. Powerful, meaningful change starts with you today. I think that's the... Wait a minute, maybe we can... I was going to say, I think that's the thumbnail, but let's just do that a bit. I don't want it to go on me. Because it's I want to see the wee alien person's head. Look, there's a blue butterfly on this one too. Wait a minute, right. Despite our desire to see change, we can be overwhelmed. It needs to go up a wee bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, that wee alien's got its eyes. Oh, that's why they've made me do that. That wee alien's got... Do you know what I'm seeing that as? You probably know what I'm seeing it as. Not only am I seeing it as divine feminine, divine masculine, and this one's got his eyes closed. Let's forget gender here, because that one actually looks like quite womanly lips, doesn't it? But I'm seeing it as like divine feminine, divine masculine, right? A twin flame couple. And someone's waking the other one up. Because one's wide awake with her eyes open and the other one's asleep. That's crazy. But also, it's reminding me of that wee film again. A little bit. Or it's reminding me of like Avatar or something. I really need to watch that. Has anyone seen the new Avatar? Because that's all about water in that, isn't it? I really need to watch that. I've not seen it. By the way, can I just say, I watched Barbie at the weekend too. What a load of pish. I was really excited to see that, and it was a load of shit. It's okay, it's worth watching, and there's some funny bits, and I really just watched it for Ryan Gosling. I'm not even going to lie, right? And he does make the film, but if I got anything from it, right? And it's funny, I thought about this, I thought, oh my God, I can't believe I haven't channeled about that film when I've mentioned this other, but that's what I mean. The elementals or whatever it is made a much bigger impact on me than Barbie. But that means something that I didn't even bother to say, because it was like I was that unimpressed with it. But what I did get from it was I got huge downloads about that being like people waking up from their karmic relationships. Because if you've seen it, but even if you haven't seen it, it's like, yeah, basically they both feel unappreciated by each other. Do you know what I mean? Well, he feels more unappreciated by her. And it's and I was like, it just felt like it was more about karmic stuff than twin flame stuff. Because there isn't a whole lot of love in that, you know what I mean? They don't kiss her in, it's not really about that. It's like he's running after her thinking the sun shines out her arse, and she's actually not treating him very nice. So that's why I got it was like karmic stuff, like when you're running after somebody that's not treating you very nice, like when you're, you know, in an addicted, codependent kind of, yeah, you get what I'm saying. That's what I got from that film. But other than that, it was just kind of, my mum fucking fell asleep. I mean, she'd had a few wines, like we've been looking after the kids, but it was like, she fell asleep. And she kept waking up being like, oh, is it? And I was like, listen, run ahead, just go back to sleep. It's not even fucking worth it. Do you know what I mean? But it was, the dancing bits are really funny. Like he makes a film because he's just, well, he's hot, but he's his humor in that. It's those bits are funny. And I can't stop that Ken song, man. I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. Is it my destiny to live a life of blind virginity? It's just funny, isn't it? But really, like seriously, but it's definitely that film they're taking the piss. That's what I would say is the dark agenda are taking the piss, because that film, is it not like the highest grossing film of the year or something, or ever, something ridiculous like that, because of the hype of it. But I can now see as well when my best pal said her wee girl went to see it, right? Like she's 10 or 11 or something, and she was, I think she didn't like. I think she maybe said it was sad, or she was bored. But fuck Christ, I can see why. But there's definitely a lot of stuff about them. I would say it's like talking about the true world. Oh my God, a butterfly just came really close to the window there, and it looked like a black kind of, like maybe it was a monarch, but it was like a black brownie one kind of one. Yeah, there's just loads about, it's just telling you things about the world in code, because it's like, you know what I mean, like get back in the box and everything, like that's totally about, like, you know, just do as we tell you, and stop trying to be different, and there's just loads of, I could see all the things in it that were poking fun at the world. Oh yeah, that's it. Because there's a bit in it that reminded me of Stepford Wives, like they're all under a spell. What is it? They're all under a bit of a spell, or I mean, that's definitely talking about something that's going in the world right now, but I can't remember what. Oh, that's it. When he takes over and he starts making Ken World or something, all the women like go into stereotypical roles of being like a housewife and that. Whereas before that happens, they're like the mayor and they're independent and that. And that felt very much like it was symbolic of being in Stockholm syndrome and not being able to see that you can break out of the mold. And anyway, so I just felt guided to say that. But I'd be interested if anyone else actually liked it, you know what I mean? Because I was looking forward to seeing it. I just did think it would be better than that, but it was just, I would probably really watch it again. Do you know what I mean? Like I really don't think I would watch that again. And that says a lot about me, because I can watch films over and over and over again. It's all about water, but I had to stop watching as they were about to kill whales. Oh my God. Oh no, I don't like that. Is it really long like the other one? I'd even just like to watch the first one, because I can't remember much of it. I just remember the bit where it's like, is it not, there's a bit where it's like, I see you, and it's like just basically that feeling of like you can see into that person like nobody else can, and that's very Twin Flames. But wow, I'm just really struck looking at this TV where that one's got its eyes closed and the other one's got their eyes open. That's let me know in the comments if you really feeling that too, because I'm feeling that when I'm looking at it. It definitely is reminding me of things that have been said to me when people are read for me, that it's like, I knew what I came here to do and I'm on a mission. Don't think anyone can accuse me of not being on a fucking mission. Right, okay, so where do we get to with this? It's healthy to have an interest in what's happening around us, but it's important not to become so disheartened that we can't find the inner light to ignite even the tiniest upward spiral of improvement. That is so funny, because see, when you said that to me about the light thing next, my first free group, which I never even done, and I didn't do a lot in it. I think I'd done one meditation and I didn't like it because I just knew I wasn't going to like that. I called it Ignite Your Light. I've said that before. So, and this is saying inner light to ignite. There is still so much natural beauty on this incredible blue planet, but there are organizations and solo game changers creating amazing transformation all the time. Shift your focus onto what is possible rather than what isn't. And that again is like the tarot for today. Rather than seeing things as a missed opportunity, whether it be in love or career or anywhere in your life, how can you flip that around to be like, what can you do today? And see if it's about work stuff or anything like that. Think about all the people that have started like, amazing businesses and like, things that have helped a whole load of people, or things that have made a whole load of money. Again, like I said, I'm not really about the money, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever, if the money is going to be used to help people, then yeah, but it's kind of like, people have started things like really later on in life, you know what I mean? Like actually Louise Hay is one of my favourites because she's a good example of that. I'm pretty sure she got into a lot of stuff. She done it quite later on in life, and she had a really challenging life in the beginning. I struggle with both. There's a lot of violence and killing the spirit tree. Oh my God. See, that even sounds like there's a lot of truth in that. I do need to watch that somehow. Maybe I could watch that. Yeah. Right. So stepping forward with action, however small, will benefit the vibration of the planet in some way. We have more of a voice than we realise. As consumers, we can direct our energy and make a difference through ethical choices. By stepping out of our own needs and wants, we can help someone less privileged. We can pick up trash, be present with someone, or smile at those we share a path with. And that's really in line with what I've actually just said about when people actually let me know how much of a difference I'm making to their life by showing up whenever I show up, but definitely when I'm showing up daily and like that, you really fucking say it every day, but it means a lot to me, because sometimes I can really lose the momentum to do this shit, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I just can, you know what I mean? I'm not there yet, like I've just fucking started doing this again daily, but I tell you what, I was thinking I will probably as it gets to like Scorpio season, I might take a month off to myself from doing this like this, you know, most of the week. But anyway, I'll say when I'm going to do that, and then I'll get back to it. But because that's usually when I can often not feel so well. And yes, I don't want to manifest that, but it's just kind of what happens. Consider how all beings can co-inhabit this glorious planet. Could you design a blueprint for ethical, compassionate, heart-centered living? What would the guardians of this earth need to be? How would they feel about themselves? What can you do to uphold this? And it says, this card inspires action, no matter how small, that will create a ripple of light in the world. Sorry, I can't help but laugh because it's a consistent message about action. This ain't the time for sitting on your arse, right? It's action. And you can, ironically, you can sometimes sit in your arse and take action, because that's what I'm doing right now. You're part of a bigger picture, a greater story, and your actions, your choices, your presence are making a difference. And look at what I just said. That's crazy. You have more power than you realize. Focus on what you can do and do it well. Change takes time, so make plans and start now. I hope that spoke to people in their lives where they need to hear it. Right, what number is that? 55. Unique gifts. I kind of get that. I think that's part of the programming, by the way. I can't stop singing that Ken song now in my head. It's really catchy. I'm just Ken. Do, 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 do. Right. Your superpowers, a sense of purpose, the meaning behind your quirks, exploring your interests, shortcomings as unique, undiscovered skills. I passionately believe that we all have gifts to bring to the world. If we all did what we truly excelled in and enjoyed our talents, abilities, we'd enable our communities and our planet to thrive. And again, that is part of what creating a new earth is all about. What would the world be like if each person contributed from a place of overflowing enjoyment without obligation? Where would we be if the jigsaw pieces came together from a diverse and complementary reality, free from prejudice or competition? Some of us have already discovered or remembered what we feel we're here to do. Others are still seeking or just starting to consider this idea. Your inspiration may come as a message and a vision or a dream. Oh, I said that at the start. It may be something others have recognized in you for a long time. It may come from a deep resonance with something you are yet to try. You may be concerned it will affect or transform your current lifestyle. Your gift or purpose may be something you enjoyed immensely as a child. Oh, and I said that too, but did not bring into your adult life. Perhaps there is an array of shoulds holding you from doing what you love doing. When there's enjoyment in what you do, you can give more to it, way beyond your usual capacity. It lights you up when you think or talk about it, and you need less in your life as you're fulfilled through doing it. When you don't do it, you might feel ungrounded or low in energy. And that's what I share that all the time, that see, when I don't do this, like other than the times when I genuinely am burnt out and I actually need to just not use my voice, or just have a bit of downtime because I've been doing a lot of stuff like this, like that, then, but generally speaking, if it's been too long, I actually started to get ill, because I was built to heal people. So like you'll often hear me say things like that, like, oh, I feel better now that that's out. It's true. It's strange. If you haven't connected with your purpose, look at your quirks and what they're telling you. You may struggle with some things because your mind works differently in these areas. Things you may have considered shortcomings might be the qualities that enable your gifts. And I was just about to say something about dyslexia and ADHD and all of that, and she started saying that. I struggle because, again, it's like everything that a lot of the world will tell you is holding you back is actually, in my case, of all these things, is what excelled me forward. Like, it's what makes me stand out and be quite unique in the way that I think and the way that I do things. And yeah, it does hold me back with some things that other people can do better, but like, who's not like that in life? You know, it's why you get a lot of people saying, oh, everyone's on the spectrum somewhere or something. But I don't agree when people say that and they say that these things don't exist, because like I say, it's discovering some of the things that I struggle with empowered me more to not be so hard on myself, really. And then it helps me to help other people with that, where they're hard on themselves. I struggle with dyslexia, and my synesthesia, I can't say that, is so strong that there was always a process of translation. When I went outside, learned or socialized communication, I had to decipher concepts and thoughts from luminescent abstract images that amplified the more energy there was behind them. It was quite frustrating, as I felt it made me seem unintelligent. The words I could muster felt inferior to the information I was experiencing. And I don't know if you've noticed, but that I've had that sense on this live a few times. Like, it's like I just can't explain what I'm feeling. So yeah, that's interesting. I always feel like that's when more of the new energy is coming in. Because like I said, that up until my early 30s, really, I would say, I was very internal. Like I could always do all of this stuff, but I was very much keeping a lot of that to myself. But it's not like people didn't notice I was psychic. You know, people that were close to me did all know, like my friends and all that knew. Right, wait a minute. Where did we get to here? The time it took to translate meant much was lost, so I would often give up mid-sentence. However, this non-linear way of navigating reality was perfect for energy healing and traversing realms. When I discovered painting, these skills were even more helpful. So some of you might resonate with this, actually, some of our artists out there. I then realised I could explain everything in a visual way that included the flow and colour of a feeling. And somehow people all over the world seem to understand. And again, you don't need to be an artist to get that, because I've shared that before about whenever I've dabbled in arty stuff throughout all my different training things. I've fucking flabbergasted myself with some of the things I've created, because I'm like, oh, like, you know what I mean? It got out all the feelings more than I could with words. A little bit like, I don't know why they give me this analogy, but it's true. You know, when people haven't got the words to tell you how they feel, they can often show you through other acts, you know what I mean? And you might be that person that does that, you know. I'd like to think we're all that person in some kind of way, you know, but you might also have the words too. That's why it's good to realise what's unique about you and others. I then realised I just said that. What makes you unique? Any quirks that you feel are shortcomings could be the key to your superpowers. And can I just say as well, that is what I love about when I read someone's chart, is I don't believe that I don't like it when people say someone's got a bad chart, right? Like, yeah, when you know astrology, there are definitely, you know, I can instantly be like, whoa, that's intense. But maybe it's my Sag moon in me, but I just feel it's part of my calling. I can make a positive out of literally anything. And like, basically, like, you know, and obviously when I say literally anything, like, there are going to be some exceptions where it's quite hard to find the positive in it, you know what I'm saying? But with most things, and like what I've noticed and what people have shared with me over the years, and definitely and a lot of it through learning from my own astrology, is how can you make it work for you? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just about accepting yourself. Like, it makes you who you are. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm losing the words, so I'm not explaining that very well. But yeah, if you want to understand book a session, I suppose that would be the key thing there. Look for the positive sides of your oddities and traits. How would you like to spend more time? Are there things you would like to try or feel a pull to explore? Now is the time. Okay, we're getting this. The other card saying take action, and this one saying now is the time. And notice how I like how, you know, it's not particularly went into the lovey-dovey. Yeah, done a bit of that there, and it is screaming at me here with the visual. But this is talking about following your calling and what's unique to you too. Because that is equally important, being a twin flame. And actually, definitely, if you're nowhere near being with your actual twin flame, because as you'll notice from my journey and other people's, the divine feminine has to embrace their unique gifts for quite some years, some of us, or decades, decade and a few years, before anything like that even starts to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, with a physical person. So, and some people just give up fucking even getting that at all, because you have to, or you'll lose your sanity. You know what I mean? But we all know what happens when you surrender. Now's the time to follow these whispers. You never know how transformational they may be. And the next card is vulnerability. Love it. Right. What made you stand out to me and why I always watched you was how much you swear. Sorry, I just made that up. I'll read it properly. What what made you stand out to me and why I always watched you was because you're a good kind of different. You're sincere and passionate. I know very few gifted people like you, Claire. Nathan, come on, man. Stop saying such nice thing to me. You're embarrassing me now. But I'm only joking. Keep it coming. I love it. Now it compensates for when I don't hear it from others. That's I love it. Thank you. Now is the time. Now is the time indeed, right? I might title it Now is the time. But now is the time that oh God, I think it is the time. Oh, wait a minute. Shit, is my boobs going in the shot? I guess it's not, is it? Oh. Anyway, it's a black top anyway, but let's just do that. I don't mean I just mean it's anyway, I think we know what I mean. So let's I feel like I want to pull some of these cards. And right, and so can I just say for any of my American soul family that are watching here, I think, just use your discernment today and tune in to what feels true for you. And remember what I said in the shorts, you're your own guru and you're more powerful than any fear put out there. And just sort of use common sense about, would the baddies in the world actually spell out what they're going to do for you like that? Sometimes they do because they're taking the piss. And sometimes it's just a big trick. So I think that's what finding that Francis of Assisi, if I could be arsed going to get that deck, I would. But I think that's what finding that Francis of Assisi card was about, was that you're protected. You're going it free. Well, I think I should go it free if I'm not gone. Do you need to go get your kids from school, I'd imagine. Do you know what? I'm kind of feeling drawn to... Oh, should I pull that one again? I forgot I'd been working with that deck every day. I'm not feeling that one today. Well, Journey of Love. I'm actually feeling the Russian roulette deck for some reason. Maybe somebody needs something out of this. Right. And then like I said, I better make a start at tidying up the office. Sometimes we've got to do things that we don't want to do, guys. You know what I'm saying? And you'll feel better when you've done it. So I'm talking about my office. I'm probably talking about something else for someone else. Right. What do we need to know? Whether it's got anything to do with what I just said about that stuff or anything else. Oh my God, of course it is. Look at that. Wow. This is why you should always trust yourself. Lemuria. And I've just been reading cards from the Beyond Lemuria card deck. Do you know what I'm saying? Like creating heaven on earth is happening. That's why I'm showing up here every day, because I'm here to create heaven on earth, like all of us are. But I'm here to show up in a big way to help gather people to do it, to remind you that it does make a difference. And compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. Have that for yourself. Have that for your twin. Have that for anyone waking up around you. Beautiful. Right. I don't really feel I want to pull another one from that. Oh, right. And then, of course, this one's on the back. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. That's in line with Lemuria and sharing your unique gifts and creating heaven on earth. That's just the same cards from a different deck. Beautiful. That's and I really do feel that is backing up what I'm saying. I feel that a lot of the weird whispers that are going on around the internet right now about certain things I think it's distracting us from that. It's distracting us from the special things that are happening. Because if you're shitting yourself about zombies and whatever else, which by the way, oh God, I don't even want to go there. I do think there is something to a lot of this, but it's, I can just feel that there's something special going on that they're trying to distract you from. And I can't really tell you any more than that because I don't know what that means fully either, but I can feel it. And it's got something to do with twin flames coming together, awakening, your unique purpose. I don't, Oh, wait a minute. Shit, have I just done it again? I keep forgetting. Anyway, you know, I don't know much about Lemuria other than it was the first empire. I could be wrong. Well, to be honest with you, Nathan, like, I didn't know a lot about it either, other than what I channel. Like this is what's funny. Like, I have got certain books in that, but like, I've got a book through there about, I don't think it's Lemuria, it's Atlantis or something. I've never read it. I just got it in a charity shop once. And it's the same with loads of everything that I do. But you see, that's why I always say I'm very connected to Edgar Casey. Like, I just channel energies without reading books. Like, I can hold a book and I can feel what it's all about. That's my superpower. I can hold a crystal and I just channel the energies of the crystal and stuff as well. But I like it that way, because then I kind of find out backwards. Like, I'll channel something and then I'll come across as like, I'll be like, oh my God. But yeah, right, okay. So what do we need to know from the Akashic Tarot? The eldest Minnie has been having zombie nightmares and saying about this not being real. Oh my God, wow. Yeah, well, he's really connected. Right, okay. So what do we need to know then from this deck about anything? Oh my God. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's really powerful, by the way, because look, that's on my, look at this. That's the triquetra, right? Will, wisdom, and mind. And that's what I wear every day. Look, you see my wee, and it's, like, wait a minute. Is it in the shot? Yeah. You know what I mean? Look. That's about protection. That's really interesting. Oh, just as well I've done that. And then Archangel Raphael, which is Angel of Healing, which is what I was doing actually when I was sending healing to Brianna Vialafi. And I'm going to do that today as well. So wait a minute, let's see what this says. That feels really powerful. Oh my God, and I've just opened the book up at Fate. What is happening today? I've just opened the book up at Fated Meeting. Look. That just backs up what I just said. There's something powerful going on. There's powerful galactic energies, beings, light beings wanting to talk to all of us. Not just those of us that can hear them loud and clear all the time. And it's to do with the twin flame fated meetings. I really do feel these sleeping twins. Sorry to call you that, guys and gals, but you know what I'm saying. There's another blue butterfly. They're transforming into waking up. And yeah, right. 20 and 8. So there could be something significant about the 8th of October, which is Sunday. I will be hungover. And it's but if it's the same hangover as what I had the other week, I can handle it because I wasn't sick. I was amazed. And it's because I ate. Like when I got in, I had a leftover Thai curry, and that's why I wasn't sick. It just feels like magic when you remember to do that. I felt like a grown-up actually. And oh, see, that could be a good thumbnail too. Anyway, or the 20th. So look out for these dates. Do you know what? And it's quite weird, but today, for some reason, I got drawn to my phone at the time. And what would the time have been? It must have been 11:18. And I felt they were telling me there was something significant about the 18th of November. So I'm just trying to remember why they were telling me that. I felt it must, maybe it's something like in the world. So that'll still be Scorpio season. So I'll remember, or maybe someone else will remember. You need to have milk thistle. Why? What does the milk thistle help with? Right. 20. Right. Oh, and I've just opened the book at the right page. And it's at 96. So again, I'm feeling this is in line with when I was channeling. Something's 99% here. Something's 99% manifested, whether it's your union, something you're working on, or anything else that could mean. Something feels like it's 96%. So basically something's building. A gold crown and a power of authority rests above a Celtic trinity knot. On either side of the Celtic knot are the alchemical symbols for fire and water. That's what that wee film is about, the fire and the water. Below the ancient three-legged symbol of the coat of arms from the Isle of Man. This card brings with it time of enormous power, balance, and expression, and we're in Libra season, which is about balance. And I've been saying I feel this is a powerful time right now. The first 3 days, and also the 3 days is reminding me of the Holy Trinity, the you know, you, your twin, being brought together by the divine, basically. Divine move within you equally, power and will, love and wisdom, intellect or mind. You're working intimately, even if you're not conscious of it, with the ascended masters who are linked to these energies. With the participation of the masters, you can raise your focus to a higher power and purpose. This is what I'm saying. This is the same message that's coming out that I just said without the cards that I've said with now 3 decks of cards saying the same thing. There's a powerful energy right now for you to become, I'm saying powerful and power too much, but it's the only words I can think. It's like you're more powerful than you think. And the distractions that are going on right now are there to make you think that you're small and disempowered and you've not got any power. Yeah, that you've not got any power. That's what it's about. You can combine the fire of creativity with the water of receptivity. Again, in that wee film, it's the fire and the water, and they come together and they're stronger, twin flames, in order to make your contribution to the world. And that's what we're trying to stop. With the gold crown raised high, you're likely to find yourself in a significant position of authority and influence at this time. And again, that could be like what I've just said about that's what I know I'm here to be as a wayshower, you know, to be basically showing the way. It's likely to be a phase of great activity, but you can handle it. With these powers in play, you're able to discipline yourself to bring together the meditation, creativity, rest, and action required. All the things I spoke about. You have to be aware of when you're giving too much to others and when you need to stop and like go back into your feminine and rest. And some days you need to do, like today I'd say is a wee bit of both for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm showing up and being of service, and then the rest of the day I'm really just going to be pretty chill. But I can take action again to tidy up my office, because that is something for me, you know, to give back to myself, to make me feel better. Ironically, again, then for other people too. Because if I'm leaving my cards a mess, I'm not going to be using some of my cards a deck, my cards a deck. So that's when you know I need to go my decks of cards for months on end, because I've no bother to fucking tidy them up. So I'm just using the same ones over and over again. But everything has a reason. Take advantage of this time and use these powers well. They are nothing less than the divine forces moving through you so that you can manifest their power in the world. The power of the heart and mind of God dwell within you. Close your eyes and feel these divine forces. Your energy grows, your heart overflows with love. Your mind is boundless as the sky. Feel yourself expand to limitlessness. That just feels really powerful, by the way. Because again, the heart and the mind is divine feminine, divine masculine. And I just seen one that says the King of Scrolls. That feels about messages again. Paths on, right, where is this card? What is it? It's number 8. Right. And then I'm going to go after this. And I hope you have a lovely day. And I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll not be sitting here ages because I need to go and see my wee minis, my wee pals. Oh, right. Before you go out drinking, helps you metabolize alcohol and helps with how. Oh, right. I think my mum's given me milk thistle before. How does it come? Like in a tablet or a liquid form? To be honest, I was about to say, like, it's not like definitely I'm going to drink. I was getting, like, at one point I thought I might know of, though, because it's bring your own booze. I had a few Di Serranos and Coke when I was out at the Hindu, and oh my God, by the way, I forgot how much I love that shit. Like, because that's the thing you see when you haven't drank, because I remember I didn't drink for one point it was like, I don't know if it was quite 3 years. I've done it I've done it kind of itty bitty, but each time, like, you know, I went when I was in my dark night soul, I didn't drink for 2 years. And then I went back to it again. And then after the pandemic, I think that was maybe I think it was 2.5 years I didn't drink for. And then I randomly wanted to have a drink on my birthday. But I just had the drink on my birthday and I didn't drink again for another 1.5 years until I had that wedding last year. And then, but yeah. But I'm just trying to decide whether I would have Corona or the Serrano and Coke. I would probably, but yeah. Anyway, that's kind of boring chat there, sorry. Right, but no, thanks for that, because I'll if I remember, I'll go and look. Well, good to know that. I know that's for Claire, but that's good to know. Well, it's good for all of us, do you know what I mean? It's good for all of us to know. Anything that fucking helps. Let's face it, I think I've done, like, because remember, I'd done a shamanic, well, I didn't do I didn't do a shamanic journey for a hangover, but that one that's about, like, I don't know what I called it. Remember, I thought I had the flu or something, and it was actually purging. Like, it was part of a purging on my own journey. It was like, oh no, I thought it was hay fever. That's what it is. I would be interested if anyone ever had a bad hangover and you remember, go and watch that and see if it helps you, because I think it would, because it was about lifting headaches and like flu-like symptoms. So I think that would help with that. But yeah, whenever I was with somebody that had a hangover, and usually I would have a hangover with, not always though, like members of my family or best pals or that, as soon as I put my hands on somebody's head, I can lift their hangover away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, often it depends how bad it is, but a lot of the time it would take the edge off. So quite handy like that. It's been used for thousands of years, like since Egyptian times. Yeah, I know, it's like, it's, you know, this is very much what that really speaks to me. It's like, I think my mum, or it's either my mum or would it be my nana? Because, well, maybe it was my nana. Probably was my nana, actually, because she's who taught me about lots of different natural things like that. But yeah, we're always desperate to bloody find what works for us. But like I said, I'm not going to need that a lot. Like I said, I might just have a few, but it will just depend. To be honest, maybe I won't drink that much because it's actually a Cancer moon. That's not the best, you know what I mean? Like, that's depressing, basically. Cancer moon can be quite depressing. But I said the other day, it's good because it's all the feels. So we'll go with that. It's a motherly all the feels sort of thing. Anyway, it's emotional. So that's good for a wedding, I suppose. The Archangel Raphael, it's not good for a hangover, is what I'm saying. But I'm sure the Sunday is the Leo moon. So the Archangel Raphael walks down a path and approaching you walks down a path, approaching you, sharing his healing and uplifting light. He's a profoundly loving spirit who's an important role in bringing the Akashic power to you. This beautiful being carries energies of love, family, miracles, healing, and blessed journeys. He can share all these intentions and experiences with you and more. All of the archangels, Raphael, most comes in the guise of a human. This card can indicate that helpful others may be attending you now. It also portends a time of great achievement in your personal life, and Raphael is opening a door. Blessings abound with this card upright. There may be a renewal of a lost dream, a reuniting of family members, or a healing, perhaps a physical condition of a broken heart. And I would even say a reuniting of you and your twin. For some people, that might be what that is. Even if it is just in in a meditation or a shamanic journey or something, but for some people, it could be literal. Even in these conditions, we have been hanging. How funny is that? We've been hanging on for a while now. How is the time? What song is it? Oh no, it's just the one that always comes on. Even if these conditions have been hanging on for a while now, it's time when you can really break through. Let Raphael be your partner in this process, and you'll soon see why they call him the miracle worker. I think it would be rude not to pull an Archangel Raphael card when I've said that. Open yourself up to the presence and touch of Archangel Raphael, who stands beside you now. Close your eyes and take a deep breath and feel your whole self fill with the healing energy of boundless love, which I'm sending to you now. Every cell, every thought, every moment vibrates with the radiant power and love of Raphael. And I'm just going to shuffle these Raphael cards because, oh my goodness, that reminded me of my my dream last night. In my dream, we were having a sleepover and I was tucking you into bed. You talking about me or Nathan? That's so funny. That's really hilarious. I had a dream once where you visited in Edinburgh, but it really confused me because it was like you'd got off the train and you were visiting me in a street in Edinburgh where I don't even fucking live. And I lived there. It was just the most randomest. And then it was like, and then there was some kind of panic because it was like you had to go home at night and you'd missed your train. It's just fucking random, the dreams, isn't it? Right. I'm out. Love yous. Love you too. And right, what have we got from Archangel Raphael? And then I'm going to go. And like I say all the time, guys, if you want to book a personal session, that link's up there for the 30-minute one, or you can book any of the other ones I was talking about from the info, the description bit. And I'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, and then I'll see you again on Tuesday. What? Right, let's do one for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. I don't know Nathan that way. Yeah. Well, we can often have dreams of us strangers. Right, that's funny. Divine Feminine, you have got second opinion. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, guide me to the best healthcare professionals for the situation. And what I always feel about that card is it feels like it's talking about when you need to go to an alternative healer. So like I always say, oh, and then we've got recovery there too. Yeah, so again, there's some consistent message that keeps coming through whether you're Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine about getting a second opinion on something that you're in a slow recovery with, or perhaps even still feeling really quite ill, whether it's mental, emotional, spiritual, or physical. And yeah, I think it's about opening your mind up to the different things that are out there. And that's not a coincidence that Nick's just mentioned the milk thistle there, because you know what I mean. It's just that's going to be helpful for anyone with hangover that didn't know. So right. So, and for Divine Masculine, but that one could be for Divine Masculine too. Oh, Divine Masculine has avoid allergens. Dear Archangel Raphael, please assist me by identifying and avoiding allergens that may be toxic to my health and happiness. Help me only crave healthful foods and beverages. But I'm going to extend that to when it says toxic to my health and happiness. I also feel Divine Masculine energies and Divine Feminines. That's about like people that are toxic to your health. You know what I mean? Like people aren't good for you to be around for your mind. Because that was coming through yesterday. And then we've got meditation and unconditional joy behind it and acceptance, all the things I spoke about today. Dear Archangel Raphael, please meditate with me and guide my mind and body to focus upon peace, health, and wellness. That feels like when people are in a dark night of the soul, that you'll just naturally, your higher self will guide you to meditate, or your form of meditating, even if it's just going to walk. Like I say, that's my preferred meditation, really. I just kind of zone off in a wee place of my own. But yeah, unconditional joy. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now, and see how that can also be, if you are in the dark night of soul, that can just be like, you know, joy's a bit of a stretch, like just focusing on the fact that you're here living another day when other people don't get that gift, and being grateful for what you do have and accepting how things are right now. And that's what's ironic about it. When you accept how things are now, that's often when they can change. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, please help me accept that everything is going in the right direction. So, right, I think that's a nice place to end it on. And I'll see you tomorrow, guys. I'll just leave this to find where I ended. There's the thing there it is. See you later.